Mario Bott sent in. And Mario, if you can let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Dear Matt, I thoroughly enjoyed Dave Sims' examination of Rip Kirby and the heart of Juliet Jones in The Strange Death of Alex Raymond graphic novel. His reproductions of panels from those strips were also masterful. I appreciate that because it's sure not easy. It's trying to copy somebody who's way above you in the talent pecking order. It's no day at the beach. Would it be possible to ask Dave for please hold if there are any other illustrators he admires or would like to explore? Emma continues to amuse and stimulate. Margaret's look at the notebook pages is outstanding. Emma continues to be great entertainment devoted to my favorite comics author. Thank you, Mario. There are any number of illustrators that that I admire, and certainly in terms of exploration, Jeffrey Catherine Jones is definitely in that category in terms of the same as with Alex Raymond and the same thing as with Stan Drake or Neil Adams. It's very difficult to call this work because it's so pleasurable looking at somebody who has that level of genius to their work, and it's so pleasurable trying to copy it accurately that I almost need the excuse of some kind of scholarship attached to it because I could just enjoy doing this all day. That's really how I started it with Glamour Puss. Was I like looking at this stuff. I like trying to have my reach exceed my grasp and try and do as competent a version of this as I possibly can. And that's it. It doesn't get any better than that. Another guy that I just had the experience yesterday. I do a reference to Camelot, the 1967 film in Ninja High School Service crossover near the end, and I wanted the graphic from the movie poster, and so I went to City Hall and downloaded it, and it's like I'm looking at it and going, it's Bernie Fuchs, Fuchs. It's I didn't know he did the Camelot poster, and look what he did. This white silhouette of Guinevere, and the darked in portrait of Arthur in the background. They're only barely Vanessa Redgrave and Richard Harris. They're mostly Bernie Fuchs, and more power to that. I think a Bernie Fuchs Vanessa or Guinevere is going to be a lot closer to Guinevere than Vanessa Redgrave was, and a Bernie Fuchs King Arthur is going to be far closer than Richard Harris ever got. So if you don't know Bernie Fuchs' work, it's mostly color, mostly paintings, although he did a lot of black and white. There's a guy who is an absolute genius. If you're looking for something pleasurable to do, just hit Google image, hit Bernie Fuchs, and just scroll along. Anytime you saw something go and you go, whoa, that's just unbelievable. Yeah, okay, well, click on that one and enlarge it, and just keep hitting the plus sign in the magnifying glass, and entertain yourself with brilliance that there once there was a spot for one brief shining moment in the 1960s, 1950s, 1970s, where guys like Bernie Fuchs were just sitting down and going, oh, okay, this is what this one looks like. So, again, thank you for the comment. And then we have Mario again. We missed you while you were gone, Mario. Dear Matt, I really love the CIH with a question mark weekly strips. CIH with a question mark is my favorite book of recent times, with Santos Sisters a close second. There's high praise indeed. For me, CIH equals the original Cerebus book for entertainment. For Please Hold, could you ask Dave if it's easy combining humor with Dore's terrifying imagery? Great blog. Well, Matt says, it's really easy, especially since the CIH with a question mark pages getting posted were done by Birdsong. He's posting Cerebus in jail with a question mark currently. Yes, that's very true. But what he's asking about is I would say combining it with Dore's imagery and in quotation mark Dante's content isn't really a patch on the fact of just making it funny. That's the arduous thing about doing a comic book that's supposed to be intentionally funny. I mean, Cerebus was intentionally funny, but it also lapsed into adventure, and then back to funny, and then pathos and whatever else. Cerebus in Hell with a question mark is just, if you're reading it and if you're not laughing out loud, or you're not at least getting that pleasurable feeling inside of you that you attach LOL to, then I have failed in my task. And that's true across all media. Screenwriters, television writers will tell you the same thing. It's far easier to write drama than it is to write comedy, because if you're writing comedy and it's being performed and people aren't laughing, then you have failed. There is, and same thing with stand-up comedy. Unless you're laughing, that was a failed comedy set, which is not the case with drama. You know, you can be listening in a hushed whisper so that you could hear a pin drop, and you could be bored out of your skull, or you could be completely engaged at a soul-deep level. They both look the same. But with comedy, if you're not laughing out loud, fail.